Hello, my name is Vivian and this is my new booktube channel, Viv the Bookworm. It's nice to meet you all. Now, I've wanted to do a booktube channel for a long while, so I'm very excited to get started. Today I'll be doing the Newbie Booktube tag and I'll be answering all these questions down as a list. Now, first question apparently is, why did I start this channel in the first place? Well, because I have wanted to do this, like I said, for a long while. After watching so many fantastic, awesome, incredible, amazing booktubers out there, I wanted to give my own shot. I wanted to see if I could add to the conversation, and I want to read books. I want to read so many books that I'm going to be piled with it. And I am just so excited to get started, and I'm so happy to be here. What are some fun and unique things that I can bring to the channel? The fact that I'm willing to shout into a black void that may or may not have only one or two people watching this video, which is perfectly fine. I will treasure you for the rest of my life. And I just really am enthusiastic about it, and I think that anybody who can add a voice to the community is a welcome one, as long as you're not toxic. But yeah, I just am willing to read literally anything that catches my interest. I want to expand my horizons and new genres, new voices, new authors. I'm willing to give it my all. I am so excited to get started. What are you most excited about this channel? The fact that I get to talk to people about books and I get to geek out about books to actual people. Like, not a lot of people in my life wants to have long discussions or hear me babbling on, and I don't blame them. Everybody has their own interests, and that's completely fine. I just really want a safe place where I can just talk and babble and just get so over enthusiastic that I'll probably jump on this couch that I'm sitting on many times in the many videos that will come into the future. But yeah, so that's one reason. And another thing, well, this is like a motivation point for me. With this booktube channel, I hope that I get pressured into reading more books every year until it's unthinkable. I have seen people read 100 books. I'm not gonna go that far, but I just want to, increase little by little, step by step, baby steps. I really want to go for it. I really want to make this a thing. Why do you love reading? Wouldn't? It's amazing. You get to go to new worlds, you get to meet new characters, you get to follow an immersing and engaging plot that you just can't help but obsessively follow to the point of obsession, and then your heart gets just so attached to all these characters, and then it gets ripped out and shredded into a million shards and pieces because of all the tribulations and deaths that occur along the way, and then you're a pile of tears, blood, and snot on the floor, and you just can't get up in the morning because of it. I mean, who wouldn't want to go through that kind of hell? But seriously. And you get this all from a piece of paper with a bunch of words on it, who 50, 60, 70 years ago, it doesn't matter. People are looking at this page or reading this page, and they are just feeling the same emotions you're feeling. That's amazing. That's incredible. Books are my favorite form of storytelling. Not that movies and TV shows and other medias and radios and podcasts don't do that as well. Trust me, I've cried over so many of them. And maybe in the future I'll make a list. Who knows? But books just have a special place in my heart. And it's just so amazing to just, be able to hold it in your hands and know that this story is yours and millions of other people's as well. So yeah, who wouldn't love reading, honestly? What books or series got you into reading? Immediately, Series of Unfortunate Events and Warrior series. If you haven't checked those out, check it out. It's really good, even now. But honestly, other than that, I was a really avid reader since I was a child, obsessively. I probably just went through the entire children and middle section of the elementary school. And also I went to so many bookstores. I basically dragged my mom there all the time. I spent so many of my formative years just sitting on the floor in a bookstore, just reading books or just renting out books to the point where my librarians probably hated me or loved me because I was that much of a huge presence in the library. But like, yeah, I always loved books, and I have fallen in love with reading from the moment it hit my hands, and I love it. And anybody who does, I commend you, and I love you as well. So yeah, that's why I love reading. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, number 1, how did you manage to go through your first video without feeling like a nervous wreck? And if you were a nervous wreck, how the heck did you keep your cool? How? I am just babbling. I am just locomotive talking right now. And I feel nervous to the point where my legs are shaking right underneath. You can't see it, but it is secretly. And just second, how do you come up with the content that you do? All these tags, all these new innovative ideas, where do you come up with it? Do you just like get these ideas in your dreams and you wake up saying, I know what I'm going to do today, and then you do it? You do? Wow, that's incredible. I don't really even have too many questions, so much as just I'd be so geeked out to meet them. I'd shake their hand and say, dude, you are amazing. But yeah, those are the things I would ask them. What challenges starting a booktube channel will be the hardest for you? Well, talking to people. Yeah, I know it sounds counterintuitive. I just said I want to make friends and talk to people, but it's like I'm not used to talking about books to people. So I hope that the things I'm saying are engaging. I hope that people like what I'm saying, and I hope that I stop being self-conscious about the fact that I'm talking and babbling about books so much, because I'm so used to just holding back. So I hope that with this channel, my whole repertoire of what I want to say will just explode out of me, and that people will like it, and that people will agree or disagree with me. That's fine. Everybody's different. And I hope that I just, don't judge myself too harshly. Whatever I put out onto the internet and people judging me, I don't need myself also added to that equation. I have enough stress in my life. I have enough things that are already just, gonna put me down a spiral, so I don't need another reason. I want to be satisfied with what I put out. I want to be happy with what I put out. And I hope that I don't get burnt out and think, oh, this isn't what I want. Oh, this isn't what I wanted to say or do or whatever. So I hope that it doesn't come to that. But if it does, I hope I'll be able to manage well. The next question is, when did I start reading? But I already answered this, so I'm just going to pass it off. The next question is, where do you read? I read everywhere and anywhere and anytime. I'm that person who is, could be inside a gigantic concert with people screaming at me, but as long as there's good lighting, I can read. I can literally ignore everything around me and just read. It's a habit since I was younger. I was really obsessive to the point where people could poke at me and I'd be like easy to ignore them. But if I were to pick places that I do read, it's on this very couch that I'm using right now for this video. I love just laying down here and just reading and just chilling out like that. It's such a comfortable place. The sun is shining and this cozy little room isn't hot or cold. It's great. What kind of books do you like to read? I really, really like fantasy. But I really want to get into epic fantasy. I have seen so many booktubers start screaming their heads off when they read epic high fantasy, and I see puddles of tears and blood and all the things that I said before, and I want to join in. I want to know what that's like. I want to know what it's like to read 10 gigantic, huge books that are so expansive that to the point of ridiculousness, I really, really want to go for it. And I'm trying to get into sci-fi. Movies and TV shows, I really like sci-fi, but book-wise, I haven't really explored the genre, so I'm really looking forward to that as well. I like contemporary, and I really like literary work as well. I like poetry, definitely, and what am I missing? So many. Oh, I'm getting into the horror genre. The horror genre is great. Fantastic. One of the books I really want to read this year is The Haunting of Hill House. Ever since I watched the TV show like last year. Yes, I was late to the party even though it was made in 2018. I watched it 2021, but I really want to read it. And I read some Stephen King books and those are great too. So I want to read Stephen King as well. And what else? Man, there's so many genres. Oh, magical realism. You kidding me? That's my jam. I want to get so much more into it. 100 Years of Solitude. I'm coming for you. You can hold me to that if you want, truly. And then I want to just explore all different kinds of genres. The good, the bad, the weird. Definitely the weird. Man. But yeah, I want to get into it. I really, really do. Okay, the last one is optional, but what does my book collection look like? Well, I have a very small collection. I don't buy books much unless I truly, sincerely think I'm going to reread it over and over again, or it's a classic that I think I'm going to fall in love with, or it has such an insanely low price that I have no choice but to buy it. And considering the fact that I go to a lot of secondhand bookstores, that's definitely a possibility. There's definitely a possibility of me video cameraing and like showing where I buy books and all that stuff. You can see that later on in this channel, so that's a promise to you. Hold me to that as well. But yeah, I have like around 20 to 25 books in my book collection currently at the moment. I like gave away a lot of it before, so you're not gonna see a gigantic wall of books unless things drastically change or my morals just start crumbling in the face of, I don't know, shiny new covers. Who knows? Maybe not. But yeah, that is the end of it. And I hope that you had a good time as well as I did making this really long intro to me. And have a good day. Click the subscription button and read the descriptions in order to, like I said, check what the newbie book tag questions were, so that you can also do as well, like I'm reiterating from before. And have a good day. See you later. Bye.